In IELTS writing, we've got an important question type, that is, do you think this is a positive or a negative development? There is another similar type, that is, do you think advantages outweigh disadvantages? So these two questions are also opinion essay. The first thing is, because when they give you the topic like, do you think advantages outweigh disadvantages? Some students think this is advantages, disadvantages essay, and they write 2 advantages, 2 disadvantages, which is actually wrong. So you should see, when they say, do you think means they are asking you for your opinion. So when they are asking you for your opinion, that is an opinion essay. Anyways, let's take a start. Again, it's very important, rather crucial to read and understand the topic. If you write anything beyond the topic, last week in my online classes, I gave students a topic. I think I gave you that advertisement in mock test, essay writing, advertisement. What many students did, they wrote a good essay on advertisement. They did not even consider the topic, and this is very common. What do the students do? They pick up one word from the main topic and they think this is the topic, and then they write good essay explaining and all that. Even one of the students explained what is advertisement. In IELTS essays, you don't have to do it. If it is like unemployment, you don't have to explain what is unemployment. You just need to see, because a topic is always given in a statement. So you should write according to that very statement. It's not one word topic. One word topic is smoking, corruption, unemployment, city life, one word topic. But over here we have a topic statement. So you need to understand topic statement, and topic statement will give you some parameters. We call it the range of your topic. So if you don't follow that range, if you go out of the range, most definitely that will be the reason for low band score. And then you'll be thinking, oh, what happened? I wrote so many extra pages and I wrote everything. I wrote in detail. My grammar was good. My this was good. When task achievement is lost, you will lose your precious marks, and at the end you will get very limited band score. So let's now read and interpret this topic. Today means at present, currently. More and more parents means a majority or a vast majority of parents depend on their children's grandparents. Now today, more and more parents depend on their children's grandparents, means their own parents, elderly, senior citizens and all that, for child care. You might have seen grandfather is going to school to pick the child from there. Grandfather is taking care of the child and grandmother is doing chores like that. So this is the question statement. Now you need to understand it. Today means nowadays, many parents depend on their children's grandparents for child care. Now, whenever you read the topic, you must underline the topic words also. Over here we have the topic words parents. Number 1. Number 2, depend on. Number 3, children. Number 4, grandparents. Number 5, child care. Now for all these 5 words, you need synonyms in order to get good band score in vocabulary. That's what we call lexical resource. So if you want to score well in lexical resource, for these 5 words, minimum you should know at least 2 to 3 synonyms. For example, parents. What else for parents you can say? Father and mother. Okay, or parents, father and mother. What else? Grandparents is different. Grandparents is another word. So you need to come up with some word, parents, mom, dad, father and mother, anything like that. Next, you've got the word depend on. For depend on, you can use the word rely on, they can trust, okay, they give responsibility, Okay, so these type of words. Then there is the word children. For children, you can use the word children, young adults, kids. Kids is informal, should be avoided. Offspring. Okay, so a variety of words, but when you use the variety of words, these words should be the synonym of that very word. Kid is actually informal word, it should be avoided. After that, we've got grandparents. So grandparents, you can use grandparents, you can use them, sometimes you can use they, you can use grandmom, grandmother, grandfather, grandmother and grandfather, right? So like that. Child care. Now for child care, you can use the word child care. What else? Taking care of the children, right? So, I mean, this is the variety which you actually have to use in your essay, right? So, whenever there is the topic, you can underline few words and then see, okay, these are the main words and I have to give a variety on these words. Now, they say, do you think this is a positive or a negative development? Means grandparents taking care of their grandchildren. Is that a positive development or is that a negative development? Now, what do you think, by the way? It is positive. Yeah, they don't have anything to do. They are usually retired. They stay home and they are experienced. They know better. So, you might think this is a positive development. Whatever you think, your opinion is always based on your arguments. Now, if you say this is a positive development, okay, why? Now, why means reason number one, they are more experienced than the new parents, right? Or you can write they almost stay home all the time. They are often retired. They don't have to go anywhere. They don't have any other responsibilities, so they can perform. So, you need to come up with some arguments, and these arguments will actually support your opinion. And these arguments should be strong ones. Anyways, let's take a start. At present, an increasing number of parents. Now see that rewording, more and more parents. So for more and more, increasing number of parents rely on their children's grandparents for child care. In my view, this is a negative trend. Just 2 sentences. If you want to write 3 sentences, you can do that also. Like first, write a general sentence about the topic. Then reword the topic in your own words. Then you can write your thesis sentence. But over here, very briefly, in my view, this is a negative development. So let's see now what are the arguments why this is a negative development. Okay, now always remember, whatever your opinion is, you will write more on that. To back your opinion, to support your opinion, you will write a large paragraph on that and then a short paragraph, that is what we call contrast paragraph. Let's see. It is obvious that depending on children's grandparents for child care bring about a host of issues. Host of issues means several problems. First and most importantly, the relationship between parents and children is the most important relationship in the family. Indisputably, the love between parents and children is the only unconditional love on the planet. Therefore, if parents do not spend enough time with their children, it is harmful for children's well-being and development. So, the first argument is actually parents should spend time with their children, not the grandparents, because parents' love is unconditional and all those reasons. Is that clear? And remember one thing, in IELTS writing task 2, examiner wants to see how you expand on the topic. I mean, first you present your argument. Argument is depending on children's grandparents for child care bring a host of issues. The first thing. Now, the next thing is those issues you are going to define. First and most importantly, the relationship between parents and children. Then after that, you move on. You define it further. This is what examiner wants to see, like, you know, the onion. It's got the layers and layers. So, one layer, from there you open another layer, and link all these layers with the main topic. Okay, now we go on. Another problem is, and by the way, if you feel comfortable, if you don't want to write one long paragraph, from here you can start separate paragraph. Now it's written another problem is, so you can write separate paragraph for this one. Another problem is grandparents are generally older, which means they probably do not have enough energy to look after very young children very well. Right? Now this is another good reason. It is true that childcare is an exhausting job which does not really suit senior citizens. The word senior citizens for grandparents, right? In addition, it is unfair for grandparents to take care of their children's children because elderly people have the right to enjoy life. Is that clear? It is obvious that childcare is probably more than a full-time job which requires a lot of effort and time. That is to say, grandparents, now this is the example by the way, grandparents who have retired cannot savor their retirement once they have decided to look after young children. So they cannot enjoy their retirement once they have decided to look after young children. So these are the arguments in favor of your opinion, and opinion can be agree or disagree. Now let's move on. Certainly, now this is what we call contrast paragraph. I mean, the question is, do you think it is this a positive or a negative development? You said negative development. Now you will write how can it be positive, or about people who think this is a positive development. Certainly, I would acknowledge that the words which are given in bold, you can copy them in your own essay as well. I would acknowledge that not every couple have the financial, it should be has. There is a grammatical mistake, please correct it here. Every couple has. So that not every couple has the financial ability or the time to look after their children by themselves. Now see, if father and mother both are doing a job, so they cannot take care of their children and they got certain things. This is due to the fact that living in modern society is stressful in terms of work and lifestyle. So you are actually writing a contrast paragraph and you are writing against your own opinion. Whatever your main opinion is, now you are writing against that opinion. This is due to the fact that living in modern society is stressful in terms of work and lifestyle. Having said this, however, parents should still clarify what is more important to them. They need to know how to prioritize their life and strengthen their family ties. Remember one thing, contrast paragraph is the heart of opinion essay. Okay, because when you write a contrast paragraph, you look at the other side. That's what you tell the examiner, that I am aware. I mean, it's just like take it as a speech contest somewhere and they have a topic, city life is better than village life, and you're speaking in favor of that. You say city life has this, city life has that, and then you take a break and say, however, village life also offers a wide range of facilities. You talk about that and then you say, but these facilities are nothing in front of the glamour of the city. Do you understand? You took a look there and then again you came back to the main topic actually. Now we've got conclusion. Anyways, the second sentence, having said this, however, parents should still clarify what is more important to them. They need to know how to prioritize their life and strengthen their family ties. Last, therefore, overall, I would argue that, you can write it in your conclusion, this handout, 22 pages. Overall, I would argue that grandparents would be ill-advised to assume the responsibility for child care. Focus the words, ill-advised. Ill-advised means it's not a good idea. Would be ill-advised to assume the responsibility of child care. It would be wise for parents to look after their own children, which I firmly believe is the best interest of all the parties involved. And all the parties involved means parents, their parents and children. right? So you should write something like this. I mean, these 22 essays should be your ideal, your role model. And whenever you write an essay, just see whether you've written accordingly or not, because these essays will give you the good bench score. Okay, now let's take a look at this essay from 4 different points of views. The first point of view is task response, task achievement. And you can see all the essay, we don't have anything that does not cover the main topic. If we read the main topic again, more and more parents depend on their children's grandparents for child care. So the range of the topic has been covered very well. So the first thing is task response. After that, the second thing is grammatical range and accuracy. Accuracy means the sentences that you write, they should be correct sentences. So over here you can see a variety of sentences. We do have compound sentences, complex sentences and all that, and proper punctuation marks. Every sentence is correct apart from one mistake which I pointed out, right? It's all clear. After that, we've got vocabulary, lexical resource. So if you just take a look at the words they have used, you will say yes, they have used a wide range of words. And I mean, you already know these words. Hardly there is one word or there are 2 words that you don't know, otherwise you know these words already. And finally, coherence and cohesion, connectivity of ideas and the organization of your essay, you can see that as well here. So whenever you read an essay, take a look at these 4 things. Whenever you write an essay, make sure these 4 things are there, right?